move on to the Mayor's transport strategy. Assembly Member Garrett.
Good morning. So, how has the pandemic impacted the Mayor's goal of achieving 80% mode share for active, efficient, sustainable modes as he defines them?
Mm-hmm. Well, I gave you some stats earlier, so I will just repeat them for clarity. So the overall active, efficient and sustainable mode share travel, which was estimated in 2020 at 58.3%, that is down on what the figure was for 2019, which was 63.2%. And the proportion of Londoners who have been achieving at least 20 minutes of walking or cycling per day decreased during 2020-21 to 37%. Walking accounted for 60% of trips made by Londoners during the first quarter of 2021, and that's typically over 50% during other periods during the pandemic. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. We have seen more people taking up cycling, more people taking up walking, but certainly once the pandemic recedes, I would want to get us back onto the trajectory towards that 80% aspiration of the MTS by 2041.
Could I, just on that, by the way, echo the point that my colleague made earlier. Figures are always quoted as walking and cycling, and I think it's unhelpful to merge the two together because they're often the demands that they place on the transport network are quite different. The kinds of projects that enable one or the other are quite different. And I think that the public debate often tends to concentrate on cycling, and when you break it out, a figure might be, for example, 23% modal share walking and cycling, and it turns out it's 21 and 2, let's say. So I think I'd echo the point that it would be helpful to separate those out. I think walking ends up being the forgotten mode of transport, which is actually very heavily used.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's in your power to separate those out, or who makes that decision.
We do typically separate walking and cycling. I mean, let me take that away and just make sure that it's sufficiently granular such that we can meet your expectation.
Thank you very much.